What is up, guys? It is Jed Wrestling here, back again with another video. Y'all know what this video is about, so how about we waste no time and get straight to the point. We opened up WrestleMania 42 Saturday with a six-man tag team match, LA Knight and the Usos versus I Show Speed, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory. This match was simply okay. I did like how I Show Speed was presented in this match because, he was doing a lot of evasive spots. He really wasn't wanting to do a whole lot to LA Knight or the Usos. Like he was kind of just there because he backed himself into this corner. He didn't really want to be in this match and all that. Logan Paul made him do it. He actually hit a Hurricane Rana on, I believe, Jimmy Uso, if I remember right. It was one of the Usos, which was a really cool spot. And eventually he was like he was told by Austin Theory to hit LA Knight, like go off the ropes, hit LA Knight or something, and he didn't want to do it. So Austin Theory was getting mad at him. Then he finally ran the ropes. LA Knight pushes Austin Theory into ISHO Speed and hits a BFT on Theory, and the babyface team picks up the win, just like I predicted. Afterward, Logan Paul got mad. He absolutely knocked out ISHO Speed with that titanium plated right hand, and then he put him over the table, the announce table, and it was looking like Logan Paul was going to put his buddy ISHO Speed through the announce table with a frog splash from the top rope, but the Usos came back in. They beat up Logan Paul, hit him with 1Ds and all that, and then they set up the table for ISHO Speed, and he came off the top rope with a splash on Logan Paul, which I admit I think that was too much celebrity involvement on WrestleMania Night 1, no doubt a dang about it. But this was a pretty cool moment. I did like ISHO Speed's frog splash on Logan Paul through the table. That's just like a good viral moment, if you know what I'm saying. Like WWE nowadays, like they're just chasing way too many viral moments, like I'm going to get into later. But this was like a cool viral moment. He had the drone overhead, so you could see ISHO Speed's full jump. This was really cool. I don't know if ISHO Speed is going to continue wrestling after this. I think there's definitely some improvements that need to be made. He's not exactly Logan Paul or Bad Bunny in the ring quite yet. I feel like that opinion that I'm carrying is probably just because like he wasn't allowed to do very much in this match. Like he didn't really get to do much, and most of what he was doing was like the evasive spots, like I said. But I did kind of like ISHO Speed in this match, and if he feuds with Logan Paul, that would be really, really crazy. The tremendously personal feud finally culminated here at WrestleMania Saturday. Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre in an unsanctioned match. This match was pretty fun, dude. Alright, we did see a number of weapon spots here. We saw some table spots, including one where Drew McIntyre punched Jacob Fatu off the top rope, and Jacob Fatu absolutely slammed through a table on the outside. That was awesome. Jacob Fatu's attire for this match was also really cool, man. The next Jacob Fatu I get might be the Ultimate Edition. I don't know, like the new Ultimate Edition that they just revealed at WWE World. That Ultimate Edition Jacob Fatu looks very sick. But if they were to make the camo attire WrestleMania 42 Jacob Fatu, that would be really awesome as well. But we also saw this was before the table spot, so I'm not telling everything in order. But we did see Drew McIntyre. He grabbed the phone from his brother, I believe, actually, and he took a picture with Jacob Fatu, tweeted it out on X, just like he does every year. Because you remember WrestleMania 40, he took the picture with CM Punk. WrestleMania 41, he took the picture with Damian Priest and posted it, and this year he took one with Jacob Fatu. That's a pretty funny tradition that Drew McIntyre has now. But at the end of the day, Jacob Fatu is all gas and no brakes with it, so he placed Drew McIntyre over a table and hit him with a huge, mighty moonsault through the table to win. Jacob Fatu picks up the victory at WrestleMania once again, as I predicted. This match was really fun, definitely more favored by me than the opener. At least for me, this match was definitely better, and I'm excited to see what Jacob Fatu does from here, because Cody's still the champ. So I don't know if they want to do a Cody and Jacob feud again. They really have never had a singles match when you think about it. I mean, they've gone through like the brawls and everything, but their match at Saturday Night's main event got thrown out. So I don't know. We've never seen Cody and Jacob really do anything like singles action. So I don't know if he's gonna be the number one contender. But either way, I'm definitely excited to see where Jacob Fatu goes from here. It was a fatal four-way match for the women's tag team championship. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Lyra Valkyria, the Irresistible Forces, who were the defending champs, as well as the Bella Twins. But we got to the entrances for this match, and the entrances for the Bellas came last. And then it was like Nikki Bella came out on a crutch, and it was announced that her ankle is too hurt to compete in this match. She would not be competing. Definitely a shame, but we heard her say that she had called on an old friend to team with Brie that night, and then we heard Paige's music, dude. Paige is back in WWE after 8 years. hasn't been in a WWE match since 2018. Obviously, she went to AEW. Well, no, what after her 2018 run, she was kind of like a backstage presence. She was a GM a little bit, and then a backstage presence. And then she left. She went to AEW, and then she left AEW, and now she's back in WWE. I was pulling for Paige ever since the Royal Rumble, and she's finally back here, teaming with Brie Bella. What a spot as well, man. I mean, you come back, you get to team with somebody who you have a lot of history with, and then you win the women's tag team championships. Like that's really awesome. Paige hit the Rampage on Alexa Bliss, which I haven't seen in a while, and she put away Alexa Bliss to win the women's tag team championships. Really, really cool. I definitely wouldn't have been on my bingo cards if you go a couple weeks back. This wouldn't have been all that. This wouldn't have been what I called for the women's tag team championships. I mean, like Paige and Brie Bella. That's definitely a random tag team on the surface, but obviously Nikki Bella is injured, and I feel like this could open the door for a Nikki Bella heel turn or something. Like if she wants to turn heel on Paige, like, hey man, I never got my spot or anything like that. I don't know if they'd really do that. I think once Nikki gets healed up, they're probably just gonna have her be paired back up with Brie and then have Paige do something else. But Paige is back in WWE, very, very awesome, and we have new women's tag team champs. Randy, a punt kick to Cody Rhodes.
So someone get into that ring. Randy, a point kick to Cody.
You see Becky Lynch back there? Well, she went up against AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Pretty solid match here. I did like AJ Lee's entrance a lot. Like when she had the little AJ Lee skipping down to the ring and the shorts and the AJ shirt. Like that was really really cool. Like I bought like that reminded me a little bit of a John Cena's entrance from WrestleMania 25. Of course, her first WrestleMania match in 11 years, and she did lose after a lot of shenanigans from Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch got into a bit of a shoving match with Jessica Carr, of course, that corrupt fast count referee. Jessica Carr stood her ground. She didn't disqualify Becky Lynch, even when Becky Lynch actually pulled her into the way of an AJ Lee splash in the corner. And then with the ref distracted, Becky Lynch found an opportunity to expose the turnbuckle, which she had tried to do earlier, and Jessica reattached it, but she re-exposed it. She threw AJ into the turnbuckle and hit the manhandle slam to pick up the victory. Becky Lynch is your Women's Intercontinental Champion once again. Now a three-time Women's IC Champ in the space of 1 year, which I find to be a pretty wild stat. But yeah, I don't really know who could beat her. I feel like she's kind. I mean, I don't really know if she's faced everybody. I mean like Lyra, Bailey, AJ, Maxine. Like we've seen all those feuds. Probably a few more that I'm forgetting, like Nikki Bella and all that. I don't really know where she could go from here or who could beat her, but it's pretty cool to see Becky with the title again. And I do hope that her feud with AJ Lee is over. I'm not gonna lie, because this has been going on like ever since AJ Lee returned. We want to see some more stuff with AJ Lee. We want to see her go up to the world title scene. We want to see some fresh new stuff for both of these ladies. So yeah, I definitely hope this feud is over. Seth freaking Rollins versus Gunther. Dude, this match stole the night. Not even joking you. This match was really, really awesome. Seth Rollins had a wicked entrance where he had like black eyes when he first came out, like his eyes were blacked out, and then he ripped contacts out, I guess, and they were just like the normal eyes. It was really cool. I would like to see a figure of that Seth Rollins where maybe one of the interchangeable heads has like the black eyes, and then one of them has the normal not black eyes. Maybe they do that as like an Ultimate Edition or something. That'd be a really cool Seth Rollins figure. But he went up against Gunther here. This match once again really really good. Seth had a couple knee injury scares in this match. Not gonna lie. I feel like history has kind of taught me to just kind of get scared every time Seth Rollins jumps and lands on his feet, which he did do quite a bit in this match. He was kind of clutching his knee a little bit. I'm like, dude, do not get injured again. Like, come on, Seth, you just came back. And this match with Gunther once again slapped. Seth Rollins was setting quite a few power moves on Gunther. Like he had the buckle bomb in the corner. Like he kept picking up Gunther for a lot of different moves. We saw German suplexes. We saw clotheslines. We saw a pedigree on the announce table, and then Seth immediately followed up with a curb stomp on that same announce table to Gunther, which was really, really cool. And I thought that Seth Rollins was going to win this match, not going to lie. I thought this was going to be one of the rare Gunther losses because, Seth just came back. Gunther could take a loss to Seth and not hurt his credibility and all that, especially at WrestleMania. I was mistaken. Boom! Here comes Braun Breaker. I'm so glad Braun Breaker got to have his WrestleMania moment. I'm a big fan of Braun Breaker. He came in and speared the daylights out of Seth Rollins on the outside. Braun Breaker is back here at WrestleMania, and I get the feeling that this was the favor that Paul Heyman owed Gunther. Not gonna lie, I hope it is, because I hope they don't drag out another favor storyline with Paul Heyman and then somebody else. But I feel like the favor here would have been Braun Breaker coming in, spearing Seth, and then allowing Gunther to get the victory. The referee did not even notice Braun Breaker in the slightest, which I find kind of weird because the crowd was going crazy and the crowd was barking and all that. Like, come on, ref. When else does the crowd bark? I mean, it's obvious that somebody's there. Spear from Braun Breaker allowed Gunther to come back in, hit a sleeper hold on Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins ended up passing out. So it was no tap out, no pinfall or anything like that. Gunther just made Seth pass out like a little you know what. Another fire entrance here we had was Liv Morgan. She came down to her new song that she just made, Trouble. Pretty solid match here from a technical standpoint. I did like it. After a while, we did see that those traditional Judgment Day shenanigans. Know what I'm saying? Here comes Roxanne Perez. Here comes Raquel Rodriguez. Which not gonna lie, I'm surprised they didn't put Raquel and Roxanne into that Women's Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way match. I feel like there were honestly quite a few teams who got left out of that match, like Kabuki Warriors and the Judgment Day. Like you'd think they'd get a spot, but Stephanie was able to thwart the interference until Liv Morgan was able to capitalize. She had an oblivion on Stephanie Vaquer, and Liv Morgan is your new Women's World Champion. The belt looks great on her, and I cannot wait to see where Liv Morgan goes from here. Obviously, it's been a while since we've seen Liv Morgan World Championship reign. Her last one was really mid, man. Like, dude, all she was doing that entire reign back in 2024 was just like chasing Dominic Mysterio around, and she was facing Rhea Ripley pretty much every single pay per view. So I'm hoping that this reign is going to be a little bit better for Liv Morgan. But yeah, she defeats Stephanie Vaquer. Good match here at WrestleMania. And of course, how can I forget? The host of WrestleMania, John Cena, he comes down to announce the attendance for night one of WrestleMania, which honestly wasn't that much. I feel like the stadium probably could have held a bit more than that. And no point in the night did they say they were sold out. So honestly, I feel like they were struggling with ticket sales.
And tell him to lower the ticket prices.
But then we see Bianca Belair come down, man. Bianca Belair, she hasn't been in action since WrestleMania 41 Night 2, actually. Last year, where she sustained that nasty broken finger that's had a lot of complications or whatever, and just now gotten surgery for it. But right now, we have a little more context as to why she hasn't been appearing or wrestling because she is pregnant. Bianca Belair announces her pregnancy. Super big congrats to both her and her husband Montez Ford, who's not gonna lie, pretty much fallen off the face of the earth as of late. I haven't seen him since like the late summer. Congratulations are in order for this incredible achievement. Bianca Belair is pregnant. Cannot wait to see her return to the ring when that eventually happens. And we go from sending my congratulations to a happy couple to now this. So it's Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship. Little warning disclaimer here. I'm probably gonna ramble on a little bit, just like I did for WrestleMania 41 Night 2 last year, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Please just bear with me. I'm gonna try not to make this like 15 minutes long. But at the end of the day, you have to. We got Cody and Randy both making their super long entrances, and Cody's entrance, this was my favorite entrance of the night, dude. No doubt about it. Like, dude, that was so cinematic. I bet it wasn't quite as cinematic in the arena, but as for one watching at home, like this entrance kind of just made me emotional, man. As somebody who's been watching Cody Rhodes for a long time, like it went through his 2007 debut gear, and then whoa, you only smoking mirrors, that era of Cody Rhodes, and then Stardust, and then Modern Day American Nightmare. Like, dude, that kind of just brought a bit of a tear to my eye, man. I love Cody Rhodes. And then during the ring introductions, Pat McAfee was introducing Randy Orton, and then hit Cody Rhodes with a microphone right in the head. So it was Pat and Randy that was just stomping away at Cody. But then Cody managed to fight out. He threw Randy into the ring post, and he started attacking Pat McAfee. And I thought the whole thing with this Pat McAfee story was that nobody under WWE contract could hit him, otherwise they'd be fired. And Cody Rhodes was hitting him, so why didn't they bring that up? Like, why wasn't he facing? Why isn't he now facing repercussions? Like, I really don't get like why they retconned that. Mark my words, it was only the first of many retcons that we saw in this match. We saw Cody Rhodes take Pat McAfee to the outside, then he laid him out on the table, and here comes Jelly Roll, dude. Oh my gosh, Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll came down. jumped from table to table with a massive elbow drop on Pat McAfee. And dude, the main event of WrestleMania, like dude, like come on, like I'm just laughing right now because I just watched Jelly Roll drop an elbow to Pat McAfee through a table in the main event of WrestleMania. I know it's just a night one main event, but like if this was a main event of SmackDown, I'd be like, okay, let's have Jelly Roll help out Cody Rhodes or something. Let's have Jelly Roll take Pat McAfee out of the equation. But I don't. This is the main event of WrestleMania. Like this was one of the biggest built up stories, and they had it so good. Like man, it was so perfect. Like dude. Randy attacked Cody. He put him out. He was feuding with Matt Cardona. He was hearing the voices. Like they were doing it perfectly, and then they just chose to center it around Pat McAfee just because the ticket sales were low and they thought that this part-time color commentator who used to kick a football around would move ticket sales for the biggest professional wrestling event of the year. Not the biggest football event of the year. This ain't no Super Bowl, man. This is WrestleMania. Yeah, man, I feel like they kind of ruined the story, but like, and ruined this match before it even like had a chance to begin, if you know what I'm saying, man, because like that they had Pat McAfee carried out on a stretcher, went backstage and all that. So then it was just Cody and Randy, 1v1 mentee versus mentor, and there's so many things to unpack in this match itself. They were bigging it up. Like Randy's injured, man. He's got a back injury going on, and I did hear rumors that Randy Orton was injured, but I didn't think they were gonna make a big deal about it. Like they had Cody attacking the bad back of Randy again and again, and Randy had so many like vulnerable and comeback moments in this match, like sudden RKO's. He hit Cody with a crossroads and was really like playing it up to the camera and all that. Like, dude, Randy is a heel, and Randy is the was like the biggest heel in the world going into this feud, man. Like before Pat McAfee came along, Randy Orton was like really hate. I mean, I know people weren't booing him. Like they're not gonna boo Randy Orton in 2026. But I mean, Randy was the heel in this match, and he was given like the babyface comebacks and the babyface fire. Like I don't get it. Feel like from the standpoint of a technical match between Cody and Randy, and I said the same thing about the John Cena Cody Rhodes match last year. This match was enjoyable. I mean, like if this was babyface Cody Rhodes versus babyface Randy Orton without Pat McAfee and without Jelly Roll, I feel like this match would have been perfect, dude. Because I mean, like Randy, like the comeback babyface fire moments, like I said, Cody attacking the bad back showed some heel tenacities. I mean, that's pretty perfect, man. But it was so out of place because Randy Orton is a heel, and it felt like that they just retconned pretty much everything here. Like they retconned the Pat McAfee thing. They retconned heel Randy Orton until after the match, where they returned him heel. I'm gonna get into this, man. Of course, don't forget when the ref got knocked down and Randy hit Cody with a wicked RKO out of the Cody Cutter, and then he covers, but there's no official. And Pat McAfee comes down in a referee shirt. He's got the stripes on. He's got his neck brace, and he counts for Randy, and Cody kicks out and all that. And then Randy Orton just RKO's Pat McAfee. Like, why? Why would Randy Orton do that? Like there were no signs of dissension whatsoever, and I don't get it. I mean, like why would he do that? Why would he take his attention off of Cody Rhodes? Because that is what ended up costing him. Cody hit Randy with a crossroads, and the ref got back on his feet. 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes is still your WWE champion. And afterwards, Randy, he snatches the belt from Cody, hits him over the head, and then hits him with a punt kick. And then everybody's like, "No, Randy, don't do this. You can't do it, dude. He's a heel. Why did this feel like a heel turn? Like Randy Orton's heel turn that happened months ago. Well, it was like literally like 2 months ago on Cody. Like I am at a loss for words right now, man. They retconned the Pat McAfee thing. They retconned heel Randy Orton. They turned Cody Rhodes heel to face like 5 times in this entire match. They turned Randy. I can't even talk. They turned Randy heel to babyface like 5 times in this match. Like, dude, and if Randy Orton's really injured, he's probably gonna have to take time off. So why would you do this angle And if he doesn't have to take time off, why not just give him the title? And if you're gonna give him the title, like punt kick here, like why not just have the punt kick during the match and then he wins the title? Like if you're gonna continue, oh my gosh, man, like this, oh my gosh, this feels like a power struggle. I mean, Triple H, he would not have put Pat McAfee in this spot. Say what you will about Triple H, he would not have had Pat McAfee be the big reveal. I'm telling you, that was 100% not Triple H. That was Ari Emanuel. That was TKO. It just feels like we're witnessing a power struggle behind the scenes because Triple H, he booked this retcon because he didn't want to have Pat McAfee there, I'm assuming, and he knew it was dumb. He knew what we all knew, that it was dumb, and that's just over now. Like it's a massive mess. Like we had Pat McAfee there. Now he's not going to be there. We had the McAfee Orton alliance, which is no more after like a couple weeks. And we had oh my gosh, man! This feels like a power struggle that we're witnessing on live television between Triple H and his vision versus TKO and their vision, I guess, if their vision is sponsorships on the ring mat and celebrities all over the main event of WrestleMania. But when you don't look at the main event, this was a really dang solid night of action. I mean, like, I feel like all the matches were good in their own capacity. I feel like the unsanctioned match was really good. I loved the Seth Gunther match, like I said. Paige's return was awesome. Braun Breaker's return was awesome. John Cena was fun. Said the I Show Speed stuff was pretty good. The main event is the downer here, man. I gotta give this main event. I'm trying to pick between this and Cody versus Cena from last year. Part of me wants to say it's not as appalling because, like, this isn't Randy Orton's retirement tour or anything like that. This isn't Randy Orton's last WrestleMania, as far as we know. So I'd say the John Cena versus Cody Rhodes was a bigger appalling thing from last year. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna give this show overall a 6 out of 10. Like I said, a great night of action, disappointing main event. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments down below. As always, I was greatly appreciated if you were to smash a like on this video, subscribe to Jed Wrestling, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. I'm tired. I got WrestleMania Sunday to watch. I'll see you guys next time. Jed Wrestling out.